You know when you're just strolling, minding your own business, walking along, and all of a sudden you make eye contact with a girl and you look past. And then you realize that she was pretty and she smirks. You end up looking back, but now you're wondering, was she checking me out or was it just a complete accident? It can be hard to tell, especially if you are not used to a lot of attention from the ladies. Sometimes it looks like they are looking through you instead of at you. And let's face it, girls are very difficult to read. That's why once you understand what girls do when they check you out, then you will have a higher success rate with the ladies because you will know when to approach them. So get ready to learn how to improve your success rate with the ladies. I'm going to show you 8 signs that a girl wants you and she was checking you out. Are you interested? Like and subscribe. Let's go. Number 1. She's going to make quick glances at you. When someone looks at us, we can actually kind of feel it. It sounds crazy, but we can. It all starts with that quick glance across the bar or across the workplace, which means you don't normally pick it up. She looks at you, then looks back at her friends, and before you can even catch her doing it, you don't realize it happened. This is the key move that girls make when they are checking out a guy, and guys do it to the ladies as well. She is trying to get a first impression of you just through a quick look. And of course, it is impossible for her to know everything about you just from a couple of looks, but what she's looking for is what you are wearing, how attractive you are, and your body language. And obviously she wants to see if you are with a girl. Is he displaying that open or closed-off body language? All of this happens in a matter of minutes, if not seconds, once she has clocked that you are not with any other ladies and that you are attractive. So 99% of the time, if you catch a girl giving you a quick glance, it's because she was checking you out. And here's why. Women, according to science, have both a wider peripheral vision and also greater color vision compared to men, meaning they don't necessarily need to focus on one single thing unless they want to focus on that thing, mainly because they're checking it out. Number 2. She's going to move on to the next step. She then makes more prolonged eye contact with you. The next step is to step up her level of eye contact. Before it was just a few quick glances, but this time, she wants to really catch your gaze. She could be sipping on her drink, and she will look up as she does it directly over at you. She might have done this a couple of times before you notice that she's looking at you. You will only look at each other for a matter of seconds, and now you have looked at her, and you are intrigued. You want to look at her more. Remember, she's already had a few quick glances at you, but you haven't. So then she's gonna catch your eye contact for one final time. You may be both looking at each other, or maybe she looks at you and waits for you to really hold that gaze. And then she's gonna flash you a seductive smile. It's not the type of smile that she has on her face when she sees puppies. It's more sexy and sultry. It's inviting, and it tells you that she is interested. Normally at this point or shortly after, one of you will begin the approach. If you approach her, she knows her checking out routine has been successful, and if she approaches you, she knows you're probably interested because you made eye contact with her as well. Now these steps are great, but they don't always work according to plan. Why? Because you might not even realize that she's looking at you. And if you do, you might not notice that she's actually looking at you. You might just think she's being friendly. In the world of checking someone out, you need to have a lot more hidden up your sleeve. Girls are never underprepared for a situation, which is why they have plenty of other tricks hidden up their sleeve. Dude, picture this. You got a group of girls looking at you. This happened to me a few times, but don't freak out when you see this happen. For example, one time, I had just parked in a parking lot. I was getting out of my car, and next to me was a black suburban SUV, and inside, from what I could tell, was around 4 girls. As soon as I got out, I saw them all looking towards me. Now, I obviously tried to play it off and look super confident, just walked into the store. But in my mind, I'm like, was there something wrong with me? Did I do my hair wrong? Like, it didn't make sense. When I got back from the store into my car, there was a piece of paper right on my handle with the phone number and just saying, "Call me," which just proves my point. Sometimes girls will literally throw signs at us, but because we're stupid and we second-guess ourselves, we miss opportunities. It probably was most likely because I was getting out of a nice car and also wearing a sick pair of jet black, which probably made me look like James Bond coming out of this car. But the point is, if you want girls to look at you, you just need to wear the right things that draw attention. You don't necessarily need a nice car, you just need good accessories, like nice sunglasses and also nice clothes that fit your body. Now if you're watching this right now and questioning yourself like, "Oh crap, I can't buy designer clothing to get girls to look at me," you don't have to. You just have to buy nice things that are affordable. You can find cool sunglasses made with some high-quality materials, the same quality materials that you'll find in designer frames. So they look like you're wearing $500 frames, and they make you look good. So when you throw on cool accessories, you just look like a dude that's walled off and put in effort. And that is what gets girls to glance over because you're uncommon. Now many guys don't put that much effort, and they don't spend that much on themselves. If you want girls to look at you, wear the right things, like cool sunglasses or necklaces. Number 4. Her group of friends look at you. What's more effective than one person looking at you? Well, 5 girls know this, which is why they get their friends involved. They always say something like, "Don't look now, but there's a really hot guy over there." And the girl knows that their friends will definitely turn over and look at you instantly. And when 5 girls look your way, or however many you're in the friend group, and then laugh, you've spotted it. It's hard to miss. She might then walk past you and say, "I'm so sorry about my friends." And this is her way of both checking you out and kind of hitting on you. And girls use this trick in all sorts of situations. Here, my friend, I want to give you quick advice. Trust your gut feeling. I'm going to tell you that about 85% of the time, my gut has been right, and the other 15%, I just took it as a learning experience to perfect my crap. The point is that you miss 100% of the chances that you don't take. There have been times where I can't even explain it, where I'll be in a store or a coffee shop and I can just feel it in my gut that this girl is checking me out. And I'm sure you've felt that as well. I've never acted on it because you think you're just in your own head, but I think it's some sort of like sixth mating sense that we have built, where she immediately looks away. Number 5. This is a quick one, but it happens more often than you think. If you really pay attention, notice the next time you walk into a classroom or a bar. If you use the corners of your eyes and your peripheral vision, and if you notice any girl immediately look away and just start fixing herself and pampering herself up or touching her hair, chances are that girl was checking you out. She adjusts her appearance around you. When a girl is around you and she starts adjusting her appearance by pulling down her skirt or playing with her hair or doing something where she's fiddling with her clothes, it's because she wants to look her best and is a little nervous around you. Even if you have not spoken to the girl yet, she might still do this. So watch out for it so that you know she is interested in you and finds you attractive. Number 6. She stops whatever she is doing. If she's behind, say a counter in a shop, and suddenly stops what she's doing just to stare at you, then yes, she's checking you out. Girls might look at a guy when they walk into a room, but this could be her just looking at who's actually come into the room. Nothing crazy. If she stops what she is doing when either you walk into the room or she walks into that room, it means she's checking you out. Number 7. She lingers around. When a woman is checking you out, she's going to stay within your proximity to try to check you out even more. Now, if she's really ballsy, she's going to try to accidentally bump into you, whether you're just walking past in the street or while you're dancing. I'm telling you guys, trust me, girls are like snipers with their tactics. Everything they do is precise. If you work with the girl that you think might be checking you out, girls are incredibly observant, and she will notice that you go to get your lunch at a certain time, and then suddenly she's going to be there getting her lunch too. You might not even realize that this is what she's doing. You might just think, "Oh, what a coincidence. She's having her lunch at the same time as my lunch break." But slowly she will appear in more places. You will see her by the printer, at the coffee shop next door, and in meetings that she normally wouldn't go to. Eventually she hopes that you will strike up a conversation with her, but if not, she's going to approach you. She would have been observing you for a few weeks and picking up on your mannerisms, and this is to see if you like her or are attracted to her. Once she realizes that she is, she's going to put in more effort to accidentally on purpose run into you, which might be when you start to notice that she really is everywhere. She always tries to get your attention, from showing up to those favorite spots to speaking a little bit louder. She is trying to get your attention. Sometimes, no matter how much a girl checks you out, you simply don't realize she's doing it, which means she has no choice but to try and really grab your attention. She really wants you to see her. Number 8. She will act differently if you are around other girls. This one is a sign that she is very much interested. You could already know the girl who's checking you out. You both hang out in, say, a group of friends, but then she starts acting a little different. She's most probably a little jealous and wants you to be giving her all of your attention. Although while it is happening, it can seem off-putting, and she is only acting this way because she likes you. Your friends point out that she's checking you out. Sometimes your friends may spot something before you do. If you are out with your friends in a crowded place, they could spot a girl checking you out, and then they tell you before you even realize what's going on. This then gives you that chance to make eye contact with her and try and get her attention before walking up to her and striking a conversation. When a girl is checking you out, it feels great, right? It probably does happen more than you realize. You just aren't aware of it. But hopefully, these signs have given you some clues of what you can look out for to help you notice when a girl is checking you out so that you can start going on more dates with ladies. Now you've made it to the end, which means one of these has probably happened to you already. In this case, go talk to that girl. And then when it's successful and you see that I was right, I want you to come back to this video and comment down below. See you next time.